Classic Goodson, and you're watching Cheap Shot Entertainment.
Hello, welcome to Cheap Shot Entertainment. I am your host Luke and you are the Cheap Shot Nation. This is my second attempt at doing predictions for WrestleMania, and if we have chance I will try and do some for Takeover as well, but we are filming this with 4 hours to go before Takeover, so they probably won't come into factor. Anyway, done these videos before with Ben from Squared Circle Jobbers, but my microphone was not switched on through human error. Not quite there. So sat here doing the predictions by myself. No wrestling, friends. If you feel sorry for me, click the subscribe button and like the video, and do all that kind of stuff for YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. And thinking of doing some live predictions as well, live predictions and live reactions on a social media network, probably Instagram, because I can share that then with the other two, Twitter and Facebook. Anyway, these are your predictions for WrestleMania, and these are my predictions. Like I said, I've done the video with Ben, but it didn't work, so I've had to do it again. Just so I can get some video, just so I can get this video out to you guys, the Cheap Shot Nation. Anyway, you can let us know what you think is going to happen at WrestleMania in the comment section, just down there somewhere. And yeah, we'd love to hear from you on Twitter, on Facebook and Instagram. Just hashtag Wrestling Friends, and we'll find your comments. In the meantime, enjoy the show. Enjoy the video for predictions for WrestleMania, and let's go. So we're going to start out with the pre-show. It's going to be the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, and my prediction for this, because he got kids, he's still got kids, it is Heath Slater. He's going to be in that Battle Royal. He's still got kids. This is my out there prediction, because let's face it, predicting the winner of a Battle Royal or a Royal Rumble, even though I did both last year, it's going to be really difficult, so I might as well go and have a laugh with this one. I may be surprised and Heath Slater may win this one, but I very much doubt it. But I'm going for Heath Slater on this one. Hashtag he's still got kids. Women's Battle Royal, of course, doesn't really have a name. It's just the Women's Battle Royal, because they named it after the Fabulous Moolah, and then they found out that she was a sexual deviant with the young lads that she would tutor and manipulate and things like that. So there's a big scandal behind it, and they took that name away. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what it's called now. It's just the Women's Battle Royal. I'm going to pick the lady who hasn't actually had a match yet properly. She was in the Royal Rumble, but she does keep making sporadic appearances at pay-per-views and on Raw. I'm not quite sure whether she comes out on SmackDown or not. I don't have Sky, so I don't watch either of the two televised shows that lead us up to these things. I just watch the top tens. But I'm going for Lacey Evans as my outside pick on this one. Ben, in fact, went for Mandy Rose based on the fact that it was her WrestleMania spot, because she was supposed to be going against Asuka, that she was deserved. So Asuka, I'm not quite sure where they're going with her, having lost the title and is now winner take all in the main event. But I'm going with Lacey Evans on this one. Let us know what you think in the comments down below. Anyway, going for the next match in the pre-show card, it is the Cruiserweight Championship, and it is Buddy Murphy versus Tony Nese. And I'd love Tony Nese to win this one. I love his music, love what he can do, cruiserweight that can show power as well. But I can't see Buddy Murphy losing this one. Incidentally, I'm probably going to start watching 205 Live very, very soon, because I'm here first. I'm going to stop doing reviews of the NXT UK shows. I think it's just like it's bad use of my time. If you don't think that, let me know, because I will continue doing them. But just the lowest viewed videos on the channel. So I think at episode 50 I'm going to do a whole roundup of 50 episodes in, and then call it a day with that one. Gives me more time to watch things like 205 Live. But Buddy Murphy for this one for me is my prediction. I put him 5 points, and he's going to win via pin. So I'm going to go down now for the. I don't know what order these are going to be in. Probably not in the same order that I've got them down here. Certainly not this one, which is the next one on the list, which is Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship. So these are going to be mixed about based on my predictions for the prediction league that I'm in, run by Mr. Benjamin Cocker of Squared Circle Jobbers. So I'm going to go Rollins via pin on this one. I think Ben went with Brock Lesnar based on his later predictions as well. Rollins is the safe choice, I think, for this one. Although he did look very strong against Brock Lesnar on the Go Home show of Raw, and usually when that happens, it's that person who loses the bout. But there's been such a build-up that I think Rollins will win the Universal Championship. Perhaps Drew McIntyre will eventually take that title off him, and then Roman Reigns will be propelled back into the main event. Incidentally, they've done a really good job of sort of using Ambrose up until his contract expires, and sort of letting him go out. He's gone out with a bit of a whimper, to be fair, but he did have his reunion 6 million with the Shield. They've reunited more times than D-Generation X. But they're no doubt they're future Hall of Famers. The Shield, they've done a lot in WWE so far. Anyway, going on to the next match on my card, it is Randy Orton versus AJ Styles. I've got Orton to win this one, although Ben did bring up a good point when we did our previous predictions. He said that they used the high spot on SmackDown, which he was really disappointed with. It was a phenomenal forearm into an RKO, which is usually the big spot that Randy Orton manages to pull out. The only way I can think they would better this is if AJ hit the phenomenal forearm, Randy Orton tried to hit the RKO, but somehow AJ Styles managed to reverse that into something, perhaps a calf crusher or something like that. That's the only way I can think that would happen, but yeah, they've used the big spot, so it's not going to be as impactful on WrestleMania weekend. But neither of these guys need a win. AJ Styles has just signed a new contract, so he's staying with WWE. So it's a bit of a nowhere match, really. I think it's going to be a really good match, but it is a bit of a nowhere match. But I'm going to go with Randy Orton. I'm going to go against the grain with this one. I'm going to say Orton for the win, out of nowhere. And we move on to the next match. It is Triple H versus Batista for Triple H's career, shall we say, career-threatening match. Going with Triple H. Can't see Batista coming back again. Maybe he will show again. He's obviously going to be in the Hall of Fame with Evolution, and he's going to be in the Hall of Fame by himself as well. Maybe even in the Celebrity Hall of Fame as well, because he's done a really good job at carving out a career in Hollywood, so to speak, for himself as well. But I can't see Batista winning this. I think it's going to be a fantastic match. It is no holds barred. Don't know what they're going to do to make this more interesting. because I can't see them sort of battling around the arena or anything like that. The stadium's too big, so it's going to be kept within the sort of confines of the ring area. But yeah, I'm going with Triple H on this one, just because it's a career-threatening match, and I don't see Triple H's career in ring finished just yet. So yeah, go with Triple H on that one. Next one is the US Championship. It is Samoa Joe versus Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio is injured, had to pull out of a match against Andrade on SmackDown. Hopefully he's going to be back for WrestleMania, but my bet would be for R-Truth to come in for that, or even maybe John Cena could make his appearance for the US Championship, an open, if you will, open challenge, just like John Cena had when he was the US Champion. So yeah, I'm going with Samoa Joe via submission if Rey Mysterio is in the match. I'm not sure what happened otherwise, but I'm still picking Samoa Joe to continue with his run with the US Championship. Next we have the Raw Tag Team Championships. It is the Revival, Dash and Dawson versus Hawkins and Ryder, the Edgeheads, the Major Brothers, whatever you want to call them. They are back as a tag team, and Hawkins is losing streak. It's got to end somewhere. With Ryder having just announced his engagement and obviously still staying with the WWE, he's proven that he's very loyal to his bosses. So I think it's about time that he gets rewarded as well. So I'm going with Hawkins and Ryder on this one for the feel-good factor. New champions. They haven't really done anything with Dash and Dawson. They haven't done anything with the Revival at all. Very much turning into another ascension in WWE. But at least they've had the Raw Tag Team Championships. But I'm going to go for Hawkins and Ryder on this one, just because. Move on to the SmackDown Tag Team Championships now. It is a fatal 4-way match. I'm not sure whether it's elimination rules, but I'm going to go for the Usos via pin on this one, just to retain their championships. I still think they're in their infancy in terms of the championship run that they've been on. I think they've only had it for about a month and a half so far, so they've only had one defence. Did like what they did with the New Day when they were running the gauntlet, though. They forfeited their part of that gauntlet and just walked out and let the New Day move on and get Kofi his match at WrestleMania. So I'm going with the Usos for that one. Very close second will be Ricochet and Black. Ben did say that he went Ricochet and Black because don't think they're going to win the Tag Team Championships at TakeOver New York, which is happening tonight. But I think if the Usos don't retain, it's going to be Ricochet and Black who then be propelled into the main roster quite well with regard to their push, with regard to their call-up. So yeah, I'm going with the Usos. I think close second will be Ricochet and Aleister Black. So next on the card, it is The Miz versus Shane McMahon in a Falls Count Anywhere match. I'm going to go with The Miz on this one because obviously Shane's going to be in his element. It's more to his style of wrestling that he goes for the big spots. I think he's going to do something absolutely nuts like he did with The Undertaker, and that's going to be his downfall. I think this is going to be a really good match as well. I'm looking forward to this one. Always look forward to Shane McMahon matches. Anyway, and The Miz has been a really good face. Last time they tried to turn him face, it didn't work. This time it's worked, and it's worked really, really well. Also, there is that joke about the Sanity being the new because there's 3 of them and they're hanging around with Shane McMahon, which is really funny. Maybe I'm just going to dress them in sweater vests and have them sit on a leather sofa outside the ring. Anyway, that's my prediction for that one. Miz is the winner via pin. So going on to the next match, it is Kurt Angle's farewell match. He is going against Baron Corbin at this point. There's been a lot of talk that he won't be, that won't be his final opponent, but you know, if it is, it's going to be an ankle lock, and he's a sexy Kurt, you make your ankle hurt, yeah, because, you know, whatever. Anyway, Kurt Angle for the win on this one. It is his farewell match. I don't know where he's going to, perhaps to AEW, I don't know. But it's not billed as a retirement match, it's billed as a farewell match, so obviously his contract has run out. But Angle for the win on that one over Baron Corbin via submission. Next on the card is the Women's Tag Team Championship match. It is Bayley and Sasha Banks who are going against the Iconics, Tamina and Nia Jax, and one more team that I think probably the Riot Squad. I want to say the Riot Squad. Yeah, I think it is. Can't think of that 4th team, but I'll find out anyway. And it is. I'm going to go with Bayley and Sasha to retain on this one, because they've been doing a really good job of carrying that championship over the last couple of months. I will tell you in a minute. No, it's not. It's Natalya and Beth Phoenix. Hush my mouth. Of course, the feel-good factor here in the Women's Tag Team Championship match. But I'm going to go with Bayley and Sasha Banks to retain the championships. If you don't agree with me, put it in the comments down below. Hit us up on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram to let us know what your predictions are. Next on my prediction list is the WWE Championship. It is the new Daniel Bryan versus Kofi Kingston, the match that everybody wanted, the match that Kofi Kingston has jumped through so many hoops to get to, much like Daniel Bryan did when he went through Triple H and then into the triple threat match at the end of the night at WrestleMania 30. I think they've done a really good job of building this one up, really good. Don't know why they had to run 2 gauntlet matches, but at least they ran the singles gauntlet match, which he failed, and then the tag team gauntlet match, which they did come out victorious on that one, getting Kofi's title shot. Now, there's many trains of thought here. There's only one train of thought in my mind, and that is that Kofi Kingston is going to walk away with the WWE Championship. What happens afterwards is a different matter. Maybe Big E will turn, and then you've got another main event player in the WWE Championship picture. The other thinking is, obviously, with New Day being big cash cows here in WWE, anyone who can put pancakes on a t-shirt and sell it is going to be well thought of, and probably not going to be split up for a very, very long time. Bit like the fabulous Freebirds, I suppose. But yeah, it's only one train of thought. Kofi Kingston for the win. I think this is going to be a really good match. I mean, if they pull this one off, it's going to be really good. So I'm really looking forward to that one. But Kofi Kingston for the win. Let us know what you think in the comment section down below. Next match is Reigns versus Drew McIntyre. I've gone for Reigns to pick up the victory in his first singles match back in the company after beating leukemia for the 2nd time. And yeah, it makes sense, this one. Reigns for the win. Feel good factor back at WrestleMania, propelled back into the main event, perhaps going against Seth Rollins. We know what these two can do. There's a lot of respect there. Obviously, they're buddies, but sometimes buddies can go against each other in the ring and pull out a great match. Other times they just don't do it, but there's reason behind this. But I think, you know, McIntyre is going to look very strong. He's going to demand a championship shot anyway, with Reigns having to build himself up again. Don't think he's going to be propelled into the main event picture straight away. And it's going to be Rollins going over Lesnar, Reigns going over McIntyre, and from there we may even get a fatal four-way. Who knows? But I'm going with Reigns for the win against Drew McIntyre. We get the next match on this card. It is the Intercontinental Championship match, and this match seems like it's been built and built and built, but really it's just the same match over and over and over and over again. Finn Balor picked up the championship in a 2-on-1 handicap match. Bobby Lashley won it back. Finn Balor is now going to be the Demon at WrestleMania. So they botched that straight away, because to me, doing an interview segment and saying, what do you think about Finn Balor becoming the Demon, and then him appearing on the screen and becoming the Demon, it's not the best way to introduce Finn Balor the Demon. Now, if she'd asked a different question, Finn Balor had interrupted the answer and said, sometimes I have my demons, and I'm bringing my demons to WrestleMania, then turning into the Demon instead of turning into the Demon and go, because that's really scary, isn't it? Some kind of insidious kind of thing, I don't know. It killed it. It killed the whole demon thing for me. Like, it could have said, maybe I'm going to be the Demon, and not turned into the Demon. Then we find out at WrestleMania, it would have been a big reveal. Who is he going to be? Is he going to be the Demon, or is he going to be Finn Balor? Why didn't he bring out the Demon against Brock Lesnar, potentially his biggest match in his career, to pick up the Universal Championship? He didn't. He looked good doing it, but you know, perhaps that Demon makeup would have just propelled him a little bit more. I suppose if you're going to have Brock Lesnar go over Finn Balor, it's going to be Finn Balor rather than Finn Balor the Demon. And obviously they had a long-term plan for this, because Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor wouldn't have been as big a draw as, you know, Rollins versus Brock Lesnar. So rant on this one, but I'm going for pin for the win, on a limb for Finn, and Finn for the pin. So yeah, Finn Balor is going to win this one. I think he's going to hit the coup de grace. I think he's going to try and take out Leo Rush at some point, or maybe Leo Rush will get sent to the back. But either way, Finn Balor is winning. So on to your main event, and I'm looking forward to this. It's the first time that the women have main evented a major pay-per-view. In this case, it is WrestleMania. It is Becky Lynch, the only woman in this match without a championship. Ronda Rousey, the Raw Women's Champion, and Charlotte Flair, the SmackDown Women's Champion. Charlotte picked up the victory, picked up the title from Asuka a couple of weeks ago on SmackDown to make this a winner-take-all match. Now, I don't mind this being two titles on the line. I don't mind. What I would have liked to see, if they're gonna merge them, that's okay. The women's division has been flailing a little bit recently with the addition of the SmackDown, with the women's championships, which is a shame, because you know, with the women's revolution, main eventing, and all that kind of stuff, it would have been fantastic to see a big payoff for this one, but it is one fall to a finish. It is winner take all, so whoever gets the pin takes home both championships and unifies those women's championships. Hopefully we'll then get a different design for the championship if that's the way they're going. Perhaps something in the vein of the tag team championships, where they are round, or perhaps they're going to do a purple background instead of a blue one and a red one. Mix them together, make purple. Who knows? I don't know. But I'm going for Becky Lynch on this one. I think it would have been better 2 out of 3 falls like they did with the Euro Continental Championship in WrestleMania 2000. I believe that was WrestleMania 2000. With Kurt Angle holding both the Intercontinental Championship and the European Championship. First fall would be for the SmackDown Championship. Second fall for the Raw Women's Championship. And if they unified them then, that would be really cool, because Becky Lynch could potentially pick up 2 victories and pick up both titles. Either way, the reaction is going to be phenomenal when this happens. If it doesn't happen, the reaction is going to be phenomenal as well, because people are going to riot in the streets if Becky Lynch does not pick up the victory in this match. They could pull a swerve on us. It is WWE. It could be Charlotte. But either way, I think Ronda's losing her title here at WrestleMania 35. And that is the last prediction for this prediction video. So I'm going to leave you there and go into my sign off. If you don't agree with my predictions, leave a comment down below in the comments section and tell us what you think is going to happen on all of these matches at WrestleMania. If there's going to be any other matches that we don't know about yet, of course there's an Elias concert as well, which is going to be good. Wonder if he's going to sing the national anthem. There's a thought for you. And so that is everything that happened. Not everything that happened, it's not happened yet. Everything that I think is going to happen at WrestleMania 35 with my predictions, giving you some of Ben's predictions as well. Just thought I needed to get this video out to you guys, so you can comment on it and share it and things like that. They're my predictions. You've heard it from me. I want to hear from you on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. Use hashtag WrestlingFriends to tell us what you think is going to happen at WrestleMania 35. In the meantime, hit a pedigree on that subscribe button and a spear to that notification bell to know when we upload new content to the channel. And hope you've enjoyed this video. Let us know what you think is going to happen. And yeah, I'm going to sign off there. You are the Cheap Shot Nation. I have been your host, Luke, and we'll see you next time for the WrestleMania 35 review. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.